Hey guys, this is the Rank Kid here, and I'm back with a new video, and I'm going to be expressing my thoughts on Nebula Realms. And if you don't know, Nebula Realms is basically an alternative to PlayStation Home. And and so far, I've only been on here since yesterday and the other day, and the only thing I can really say about it so far is that it's okay, but it has flaws, such as the fact that you don't have enough default clothes because you only get one shirt, one pair of pants, shoes. That's it. You don't get any. You really don't get that much of like default clothes as you usually get like back on PlayStation Home. They had a lot for you to wear and stuff. Like they had a lot of default clothes, while the rest of the clothes you had to fucking buy them. But I just don't understand why that's a thing on here, because you need enough crystals or some shit just so you can buy certain things like objects, like probably little dogs or shirts, pants. You gotta like just buy all that stuff, which I can understand. But if it had more default clothing and stuff like how PlayStation Home did, that part wouldn't be as bad. And when it comes to hairstyles, there's not enough hairstyles because if you select it as like a guy or something, you probably only get 5 hairstyles. The same thing could probably go for girls that are starting on here, and that really annoys me because once again, just like on PlayStation Home, there were like a lot. You could have spiky hair, you could have surfer hair, you could have like like a high top like mine. You could have stuff like that. But nowadays on this little Nebula Realms thing, you don't. There's not enough variety for when it comes to the wardrobe factor. And sometimes the loading screens can be a pain. For some people, they can barely get in there, even if they uninstall it if they uninstall it or reinstall it back again, then it could still mess up for them. I mean, it hasn't happened to me, but one of the loading screens did get to the point where I had to exit it out and reopen it back again. So it's not the worst thing that I had to experience. The loading screens aren't as shitty as the ones from Sonic 06, but it's almost at that point. Almost. It's not there, but almost. And another flaw about it, I'm pretty sure it's just something that means like, oh, it's still trying to gain like more people on it, is the fact that some of the servers can be dry as hell. Now, once again, because I might mention PlayStation Home here and there for the most part of this video, just to probably make just some point argument. I don't fucking know. So anyways, but on PlayStation Home, pretty much a lot of the servers would be packed, and I mean packed. There will be lots of people in there, just so many people in this one place. It would be like thousands upon thousands of people on there, or maybe even in the hundreds on PlayStation Home and these servers. Nowadays, since I'm on Nebula Realms, it's pretty much less people on there as it was compared to PlayStation Home. Now, I know that it's just starting out because, well, I don't know if it's just is because it came out October of 2016 last year. So it should already have a few things about it. It should already be like formed together and stuff, and at least a little bit more playable. And then there's always the constant updates and stuff. And the last update was 3 or 4 days ago by the creator, because this place, there was one time where I think they said that Nebula Realms was going to be shut down, and this happened like last year of like November 3rd or 4th of 2016. But so far, I think it's okay. But personally, I kind of think it's slightly inferior to PlayStation Home. As much as I did my rants and talked all this stuff about the negative aspects of PlayStation Home, it's still nostalgic for me. and I'll always remember it as this fun place where I get to meet friends and all that stuff. Like I met like a lot of good people on there, a lot of good people, and I have met at least two people on here, so I'm trying to build up some like more friends on here. And what else? And I've also joined a little Nebula Realms fam. And I know some people might say, oh, you used to be against internet fams and yada yada yada. True, but I would rather be in one where basically everybody is just chill, no one's trying to have beef. So the one I'm in, I haven't met too much of the members. I've only met the leader, and the name of that clan was Blue Unity. I guess the guy told me that it was supposed to be some. I think he said it was the third biggest PlayStation Home fam. I don't know anything about that or the much of the history of it, other than that they had a lot of haters. But yeah, so Nebula Realms, it's okay for for the most part, and I'll have to give it a 4 out of 10. Like, it's not too much things that impress me, but I do like some of the games in the bowling thing where you get to play pinball and fiddle around with the music. And the music in there, it's not as good as the music on PlayStation Home. Gotta make this comparison again, well, even if it is. But it's not as good as it was. Especially, it was like that song where the girl was like, forever and ever, we're gonna be together, stuff like that. That was actually catchy, and it makes me feel nostalgic about it. With some of the songs on Nebula Realms, they're not as good as the ones on PlayStation Home. Sure, some of the PlayStation Home songs that used to be on there when it was around were cheesy at times, but to me, they were nostalgic and they were kind of catchy. So it's actually just something that I'll always miss because this place can, I mean, to me, I don't know if it'll ever be at that level of goodness or greatness as PlayStation Home was, at least to me. I mean, maybe to everybody else, they probably think that it's the next PlayStation Home, but I kind of doubt that it is the next home for PlayStation Home. I mean, sorry, I meant to say, I doubt that it's basically the new PlayStation Home. It feels like it, but it just doesn't seem like it. It has the feel, the little chat bubbles, the chat room, and the controls for Nebula Realms. I know you have to use L2 to use the chat room thing and talk and all that stuff. And you got to use like the triangle button so you can like activate some other stuff on the right hand menus of the TV. And then you got to use square to like, you know, activate the moods and status on there. And so far, like, the controls for it is great. Everything about it, well, about the controls will take time to get used to, but I can't say that everything is great because this has only been like my first, well, probably first or second day on here. I mean, on Nebula Realms. So I'll probably have to keep playing it today and then tomorrow so I can give my further thoughts on it because so far it's okay, but it's kind of inferior to PlayStation Home. So I wouldn't go around saying like, oh, this is the next PlayStation Home. Oh, this is PlayStation Home 2.0. Not exactly. Now, if they throw in the loot theater that used to be on there and, you know, just the TVs, then I can say that it is. But other than that, I just don't know. So for now, I'm just going to say it's an okay thing. It's a 4 out of 10 platform, whatever, at best. It's not the greatest thing that I've seen. And I have yet to know like much more of the community. So I'm not going to be doing rants on Nebula Realms dating if it's anybody that dates on there because I pretty much stopped doing that stuff and I really don't have much of a problem with like internet or online dating as I used to back in those old rant kid days, back when I was basically kind of against stuff like that and thought that it was stupid and rather date somebody in person. I mean, I still share half of those beliefs, only half of them. Not all, but half. So I'm not going to be doing a rant on people that date on there. So don't be expecting me to, talk about stuff like that. So to end this video, I have to say it's an okay platform. I would recommend it to anybody that wants an alternative to stuff like Four Kings or Atom Universe, because Atom Universe is decent. Four Kings, I barely have some kind of an opinion to shape with it. I mean, to form of my own on it. It's decent, but I'll give Nebula Realms a shot. Maybe it isn't the next PlayStation home, or maybe it is. Who knows? Only time can tell. So this is the Rant Kid. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share the video with your friends, and stay tuned for more.